Hello and welcome back to Boiler Room Reviews. My name is Ian and today I'm going to be stepping into the horror genre. I am going to be reviewing the 1997 novel by Ryu Murakami, Audition. Many of you may be familiar with the film Audition that was made 2 years later in 1999. It was very, very popular, as was the novel, one of his most well-known pieces. I saw the film before reading the novel, but that didn't really ruin the experience for me. They are very similar, although there are some slight differences between the two. We're introduced to Ayama, who's a 42-year-old widower who has a teenage son. His wife died 7 years ago of cancer, and since then he sort of delved himself into work and his relationship with his son, and there is some mention of him occasionally seeing ladies of the night but avoiding intimacy. His son Shige suggests to him that he should consider remarrying, and after a conversation with his friend Yoshikawa, they come up with an idea to set up a fake audition for a film. This will give Ayama the opportunity to meet many young ladies and the opportunity to select them without actually going out on dates with them. There's obviously a moral question here. They're defrauding these ladies that are going to the auditions, so he's already in some rather dodgy moral territory. In the auditions, there is only one lady that catches his eye, Asami, a strangely beautiful, like supernaturally beautiful 24-year-old lady. He eventually starts dating her, and as much as there's some warning signs of perhaps her being quite damaged, perhaps sociopathic, the foreshadowing's not as obvious in the novel as it is in the film. In the film, it's roughly clear what her intentions are quite early on. It's not quite so clear in the novel. Something we do learn about Asami is that she was abused by her stepfather, who was in a wheelchair, I believe, when she was a child. And he thought her to be inhuman because she didn't cry, she laughed at her own father's funeral. So that's sort of hinting at some kind of sociopathic tendencies. I don't want to spoil the ending for anyone who's not familiar with the novel or the film. It is a shocking ending, but one thing to say is that the novel is very quick. It moves very quickly, and you almost feel like there could have been more scenes in it, but it's very economical like that. So it's almost like a one-sitting kind of book. You could sit down and read this in one go, although that's not to say if you space it out, it's not going to ruin the experience. One thing I can't quite place in the novel, and the film to some degree, is whether this is a misogynistic novel or whether this is a feminist novel. Ayama represents, and his friend to some degree, elements of misogyny. Asami, she represents elements of feminism, but it's not quite clear. It's ambiguous, but I think that works quite well. I would give this novel a 7 out of 10. It's a very quick read. It's very enjoyable. The climax is well worth hanging on for. The characters are ambiguous. It's not a good and evil kind of situation, which I find more nourishing in a read. You know, you don't just want the light and the dark. So, what did you think of it? Have you read this novel? Have you seen the film? What did you think compared between the two? Did you like the film more than the novel? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.